My mic was on mute. Sorry about that. Thank you everyone for being here. Happy Sunday morning, Hicocentric Homestead. Jotham, thank you very much for being here right on time. I'm just stopping for a break after my morning walkabout. That's awesome. How's the weather in your area? Here it's foggy a little bit, kind of about to rain, but not raining yet. Hello, Tammy. Good morning. Hello, Beverly. Thank you for stopping by. I usually go live about 30 minutes earlier on Sunday mornings, but I could see that their live was going well, so I didn't want to take too much of their time. Hello, Destiny. Hope you're doing okay this morning. Well, I'm hoping you're doing great this morning. So I was. Oh, good morning. Just fed all the creatures, including ourselves. What's everyone up to today? I have to go harvest some carrots in my garden. Some that I forgot. Well, I didn't forget them. I didn't have time to get them, and I knew very well that they would survive the winter, and I would be able to go and get them in the spring this year. So I have a bunch of fresh carrots in the garden still. I have to go pick them up. I could leave them there longer, get them to grow bigger, but I also want to put some more compost in my garden, and I want to remove all the weeds. So it's going to be easier for me to fix the garden if I remove everything. Yeah, I thought about leaving carrots for seeds, but honestly, I have so much seeds right now that I don't even know where to put them all. So I'm just waiting to find the perfect kind, like the ones that I know everyone here will like. Once that is done, then I will probably just keep getting those ones and leave some for seeds for the next spring. So I also have to put a few rabbits in the freezer. Um, I did 2 yesterday, and I just wanted to see how the flow would go. My son wants to learn. He loves doing not the killing part, but he wants to hunt. So by hunting, he kind of has to learn how to do the butchering part and the cleaning, gutting, and all that stuff. So he wants to come this morning and help me out. Told him around 10 a.m., but it might be a little bit later since I'm on this live stream now. Good morning, Raquel. Thank you very much for stopping by. She is now monetized, by the way, people. So if you want to head over to her channel after to show her some love, she is monetized. She's got the watch hours and the subscribers. She's got an amazing channel. She's one of my member. Butchering is a good skill for anyone who wants to hear or hit. Yeah, eat or hunt. Yep, totally. And he wants to go put snares and hunt grouse and hunt rabbits. So um, if he learns how to clean them properly, um, then I know it's good for life after that. I hear you. We have a ton from last year. Yeah, once you start getting seeds from carrot seeds, it doesn't stop. First few warming and dry days here, getting the yard cleaned up. Awesome. Um, I think we're supposed to get rain all week. But then again, I am heading to Ontario for the Eastern Ontario Homesteading Conference, so I will not be here for the whole week. Hello, Thomas. Thomas, and you told me your girlfriend's name or your wife's name yesterday, and I forgot. I'm not sure who got me the membership, but thank you. I think it was Little Homestead by the Beach. She bought a few ones last month, and I think you had one from last month also. Alisa is her name. Yeah, I'll eventually it'll stay in my head. But we don't see her too much in the videos, and I don't know if she's the one chatting or not, so harder to remember. But yeah, Little Homestead by the Beach paid. She gave away 5 membership. We are off to do firewood and then work on the job site to do contracting on the side. Closing in monkey cabin. Awesome. Have a great day, Joe and Sue. A whole trapper down the road showed me how to skin and tan when I was around 10 years old. I went trapping with him. That's awesome. Awesome skill to get. Um, I wish I knew. Well, I could learn. I wish I had time to do the tanning skin because it'd be nice. It's just I don't really have the time to do it with everything going on. Feeding the animals, butchering them when time comes. I'm about to get 40 meat chickens, 8 turkeys. I have about 20 fruit trees coming in about 2 weeks from now. I'll be gone for a whole week during that time. Plus, I have a bunch of seeds to plant. I don't need to name everything. You guys know what it's like. Most of the people in here are homesteaders, so it's that time of year where everything is just going fast like crazy. And till it was around 12. Awesome. Elisa. I have to remember her name. Yes, nice. When the carrots start to go to seed, they'll be woody, so I'd harvest them before. Yeah, I plan on doing that today. Still raining in Southwest Ontario. Hello, Dave. Thank you for stopping by. And I think it's supposed to be raining pretty much all week down there, right? Well, at least in the area where we're going. But I think it's supposed to be nice Saturday and Sunday or Friday and Saturday. I checked. I mean, it's still a week away. So thank you, Kevin. Awesome. You've been jumping from live stream to live stream this morning already, doing your job. That's awesome. We have to hurry up and get ready for winter time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You have to get everything in the ground so that everything can grow, so that you can harvest everything and preserve everything. And then winter comes and you're just tired and you just have time to catch up a little bit on rest. That it's time to start planning again. Till Thursday. Okay. 40 to 50 millimeters of rain today. At least it's not snow. As long as it's not snowing, I don't mind. I always have a monitor with 4 streams of playlist running. Nice. Although I thought that you have to, in order for the watch hours to count, I thought it had to be, what's the word? That you had to have like that stream focus, like with I forgot the word. But like if I have four different streams running, there's only the one that I have selected that's actually going to count. Or I could be wrong. I think that's something I heard at some point. May 3rd would be my brother's birthday. He would be 36 this year if he was still with us. He passed away 12 years ago from suicide. And every year, this time of year, it gets a little bit harder, as you can imagine. May 7th is when he committed the act. And, every year I go to the cemetery and, I kind of connect with him, have a chat, drink a beer. Last year I couldn't make it because I was at the conference, so I had to go before. I did the same thing this year. Went there yesterday, and this is why I have the picture here of his tombstone. In case somebody didn't see it, I'm just going to put it back there for a sec. So his name was Pascal. Everybody called him Ras. It started off, my grandpa was calling him Little Rascal because of the movie. It was he had a lot of energy, and he kept getting attention by by doing bad stuff. So my grandpa called him Little Rascal, and eventually his friends took over and called him simply Ras. So everybody around him knew him as Ras. Um, so I went there Friday night with my daughter. She didn't really remember him. You can see her reflection here. Um, I wanted, I purposely took the picture like this with my face reflecting on the stone. I don't know, it gives a special meaning, I guess, because even though he's up there, I'm the one that looks up to him. Um, he's the kind of guy that would have given everything to help his friends and family, and you know, he would never back up from a problem or a fight if he had to. A lot of people around here know him for that because he was the kind of guy that really liked getting into fights and stuff. Um, but you know, it's it's good stories to tell now and to remember and to talk about. I guess when you try to remember someone you care for, you try to remember the good stuff, not the bad stuff. Um, I still remember when we were younger, the fights we had. Man, poor mother. Oh, she must have gone crazy. I just hear the kids arguing right now, and it's like, won't you just stop? Like, I just feel like taking you to different rooms in the house and leaving you there for a little while. When we were kids, we were hitting each other, punching each other. Well, we played wrestling, and we had those little canvas belts that we made. I don't know if you know, like the canvas thing, like it's a plastic where you take like a needle and you make like designs and stuff. So I had this belt, like the tag team champions. I had two made. I had one for intercontinental champion and one for world champion, and we'd fight until someone gave up. Um, and it was real wrestling. My mom didn't like it, but hey, that's what we wanted to do. I think that's why he got so tough with the years because I was 4 years older than him. So when I was, 12, 13, 14 years old, when I was 12, he was 8. So, um, yeah, we've had rough times. And then people would come over and we'd be like, hey, you want to wrestle for the title? And they'd be like, yeah, sure. Okay. Well, no hitting, just like submission and whatever. And then as soon as one of us was about to lose, the other one would just come and like, no, you're not taking the belt home. The belt is staying right here and would help each other out. It's funny. It was good times. Um, but I remember like breaking a hockey stick on the front of his legs. I remember him punching me, while hitting me in the face with a shovel. Um, that's the kind of fights we had. But um, I also remember that whenever I had trouble in a bar or something, um, he'd come to me and give me his jacket and be like, hey, that guy you had trouble with? Well, he's here. Take my jacket. And he'd go right after him because that's how it was. You fight between each other when you're kids, but you defend each other as well. Like we're the only ones allowed to hit each other. Nobody else can. Yeah, that's how I feel also. Um, and it's weird because we never really understood why he did what he did. Um, I, I I I think this is what was the hardest because the way he did it, they had to incinerate him because he shot himself in the face, and this is the hardest part because I was never able to see him after. Like I saw him alive, and the next thing I know, they tell me he's gone and he's been incinerated. and there was no way for me to even see him. And people tell me that it was better this way, but you know, in my head, he's still alive, and I keep hoping that he's gonna come through the door at some point and be like, "Hey, I was just skating, I'm back," you know. Um, but I don't know. That was the toughest part. Not knowing why, but I remember at some point, wondering, almost going crazy, trying to understand what had happened. Why did he do that? And then, like, you kind of make stories to yourself. You try to imagine, like, maybe this was going on. I'm pretty sure this happened. Um, and I remember this one time I had a dream, and the dream seemed so real. It's like he was there, and he took my hand and he said, "Brother, I'm here, and you know why I'm gone. Stop, stop tormenting yourself about it. What you think is a reason is a reason. Now you can move on." And I don't know if you guys believe in that kind of stuff or not, but I swear to God, when I opened my eyes, I felt like a ton of pressure just getting off my shoulders. It's like he came in my dream to tell me that I could move on. And I'd like to say that I was able to move on. This is something that, you never really move on from. I will never forget. And, I forgive him for what he did. He left on his own terms. So we kind of have to respect his choice. And people say that time heals. No, it doesn't. I'm here to tell you it doesn't. Time will never heal an injury like this. Um, you learn to live with it. If you take my arm and you take my arm off of my body, it won't grow back. You can't put it back. It's not gonna heal. You're just gonna have to learn to use your other arm. That's the same thing. It doesn't heal. You just have to learn to live with it. Um, Thank you, everyone. Gone too early. Yeah. Um, it got my other brother and I closer. Um, I got closer with all of his friends. They I've always been the guy that people would turn to whenever they needed to talk, because I don't judge. No matter what you've been through, no matter what our differences are, if you apologize for whatever you did to me and want to talk, we'll talk, and I'll forgive you. I don't hold grudge. And all of his friends saw that in me, and they decided to just, I'm not going to say, I don't want to say use me. They didn't use me, but they realized that I was the guy that they could talk to, and I became friends with pretty much all of them. Um, but yeah, it gets hard when we think about, I look at my kids, and, I wish he was there to see them, and I wish they had a chance to see him. Um, Claudie was about 9 months old when he left, so he saw her, she saw him, but she doesn't really remember. Miley, her middle name is Miley Pascal Arsenault because of him. And then my youngest son, I figured I'm not going to wait until something happens to another member of my family. So his name is Lucas, but his middle name is my other brother's name. So it's Lucas Patrick. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm all right. As you can see, I'm not crying, so it's all good. Um, you learn to live with it, and like I said, it gets hard when you do things that you would all like usually be there to do with us. When we go hunting, sometimes I'll have a little glimpse of him being with us. What he would do, what it would be like. Um, I don't know. I like to think that um, it still be there for the kids. And Destiny, yeah, Anthony. So my oldest son, Anthony, it reminds me so much of him. Sometimes I try to remember my brother's face, and I have Anthony's face in my head. It's insane. Hello, Marilyn. Little homestead by the beach. Hello, BB Kearns, Allen, Randall. Thank you very much for stopping by. So, yeah, the Eastern Ontario Homesteaders Conference. It's coming up. So I am going to work tomorrow and Tuesday, and it's going to be busy. Very, very, very busy because I have a bunch of things to do. And then Wednesday morning, I'm leaving. I'm going to Quebec City. Going to visit my cousin. I have a cousin lives in Quebec. I'm gonna go spend the night and probably breakfast with them. And then on Thursday at some point, I'll go to Darren's in Bridget's place, Thorhaven Farm. Maryland's gonna get there at some point that day as well. And Friday morning, the plan is to leave pretty early because we want to go to the cabin. It's another 6-hour drive. And, if you count the lunch break that we'll take at some point, we want to be at Mike and Angie's place, Me and You Acres, for supper, for famous lasagna. Lynn from Bucket List Homestead and her husband David are gonna be there. There's gonna be Marilyn and I. I think that she said something about her neighbors being there for supper as well. Kendra and Jason Plowman from Plowman's Backyard. Ron and Jenny from Denby View Ranch or Denby View Ranch. I always say Denby View Ranch, but I don't know how they pronounce it. I know they're going to be there as well. I know Patrick's coming to the conference. I don't know if he'll be there at Mike and Angie's or if he's just coming later. I know Tracy from Tijuana War 41 will cross the border and come have supper with us and spend the weekend with us. He doesn't know it yet. He's not going to sleep very much. Have to sleep with my plants in my van for a couple of days. Well, it shows that you enjoy that kind of thing. And we'll get to see you again. And we're not going to be as shy with you as we were last year. Last year, you were just, well, not just, but I mean, you were kind of a fan that we hadn't really met. And you were not really showing your face on videos and stuff. But now you're a little bit more part of the community, active in the chats on everyone's channel. But also you have your own channel and we've seen you before. So it's going to be different this year. We'll bring you along with us and, spend more time with you than we did last year for sure. Can't wait to go for a fish. Yeah, I hope that I can squeeze in an hour. Thing is, we have supper on Friday. We have a supper on Saturday night. Depending what happens. Maybe Sunday morning before we leave, or because we have a bunch of people to go visit too. We want to go for a visit at Hickorycroft Farms. Maybe go over at Bucket List Homestead for a little visit. Because we didn't have a chance to go last year. There's a few places. Oh, and I forgot, Annie from Back to Basics Homestead is going to be there Friday night as well. I will bring some of my beer. Awesome. That's awesome. I have no idea yet what I'm going to be bringing to everyone. Does anybody that's going to be at the conference need strawberry plants? I have a few ones growing from seeds, and I have no idea where I'm going to put them all. So this is something I could share. I'm probably going to bring a few regardless. Um, I have a few elderberry cuttings to bring. I know Angie wanted to have one. I don't know if it was Marilyn or Annie that asked for one. Um, I have to pot them before I bring them to the conference. So I don't know. It's going to be a struggle on Wednesday night to put all my plants. I don't know. I don't think it's warm enough yet in Quebec to leave them in my vehicle. Um, I might have to bring them inside in my cousin's place, but I don't know if she has cats or dogs, or I think she has a few small dogs, or at least one small dog. Um, I don't know. We'll figure something out. Worst comes to worst, I'll just leave them in my vehicle, but they'll get cold. So I don't know. We'll figure something out. Um, Marilyn, if you're still there, you have any idea what time you're leaving home? Because I know you have to take the. Oh, you're not taking the ferry. You're gonna drive all the way straight to Quebec, right? So you don't have to worry about that. Uh, Dave, you have any idea where you're gonna be sleeping the whole week? You have a few hours to drive, also. So I know you have to leave a few days earlier. Mm, 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 mm. Um, I remember last year was so much fun. I hope it's the same thing this year. Driving to Quebec, not sure yet when I will leave Thursday. Okay. Um, yeah. What happens at the cabin stays at the cabin, but I'm just gonna say this: it was so much fun. When we just all connected together so well. It's like there was Chris and Steph from Hickory Croft, Darren and Bridget from Thorhaven Farm, Mike and Angie from Me and You Acres, myself and Marilyn from Little Homestead by the beach. And it seems that whenever one of us was saying something, it was funny. For like after supper until we went to bed around 1 a.m., it was just laugh, laugh, laugh. Like we were just laughing the whole time. Fill a 2-liter bottle with the hottest water you can and cover plants with throw blanket. Put hot water bottle with plants. True, that could be something I could do. Because they won't get any sun anyway during the night, so it's something I could do. I am cutting the lettuce in the greenhouse to bring. I am camping at a place 10 minutes from Marcy's. Awesome. That's great. Um, should be cool. Nice, nice. Um, yeah, I might have to try that warm water thing. Uh, Trying to think if I had another way. Yeah, I could put them on the ground, like in front of my front seat. Yeah, maybe that could work. Um, I'm thinking about bringing wine as a few gifts for people. Um, I don't know who likes wine, but we have a local winery here in Moncton that do delicious wine. So I might have to bring a few bottles. Yeah, but if you're only coming on Thursday, Marilyn, you can do the same thing you did last year. Just bring them inside. Um, Hopefully, Darren's dog won't go after the plants. They have some themselves, and they don't seem to go in them too much, so it should be safe. once I get to Darren's place, I'm not too worried. I'm gonna bring him inside, and it's just like we know where to put them at Darren's place. My cousin, I have no idea what her house looks like. Maybe I can still bring him inside. Can just send her a message, saying that I might have a few plants. Can I bring them inside somehow? She can either find a place or tell me where to put them. And I think she's about 30 to 45 minutes away from Darren's. So I can get up in the morning, probably have breakfast with them, and then head over to the liquor store or whatever. And yes to the first question and no to the second. I don't have any plastic containers to bring in, because it's true that I could simply put the lid on top and it'd be safe. Maybe I can go for a drive today and just try to find one at Walmart. They're probably pretty cheap. That's something I could do. Plus, I could go buy the wine I'll be gifting to some people. I still have no idea what I'm bringing for you, Marilyn, because you don't drink. I can bring a case of Pepsi, but it's not going to be as fun for you. Hello, Larks Homesteadish. Thank you for stopping by. I don't see it in StreamYard, but I know it's little pink hand waving. Yeah, I could bring one of those plastic totes, and that should keep the plants warm enough. Could do the job. If I remove the lid during the day and it gets warm in there, maybe that'd be fine. Because I don't have anything that really needs the heat, or else it dies. Strawberries and elderberry plants. You're all right. I'll find something, I promise. Good morning. Good morning. Scott, I asked you Friday night. You didn't reply, or at least I didn't see your answer, but you're still coming to the conference, right? I can bring fiddleheads. They're not out yet, but I have some from last year. They've been blanched and frozen. I think I still have a few packs left. So this is something that I could bring. I know Mike and Angie never tried that either. So I think I might have like a dozen packs left, so I can bring a few. You'd have to leave them at Darren's place in the freezer. Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. Leaving Wednesday to get through Toronto at night and sleep at the Walmart hotel open 24/7. Okay. So you'll arrive at some point on Thursday? That's cool. You have what? About 12-hour drive to do total? That's pretty much the same as us, but we do it in 2 trips. So I leave here. I'll be driving to Quebec alone. That's going to be a long drive. I might put the phone on and stream while I drive. Although if I do that, I might need someone else on the panel with me to talk about what's going on in the chat, because I can't really look at the chat. Okay, you are awesome. So we'll see each other again. I was hoping to have like personal stickers or beer koozies like last year. Cost went up, and minimum quantities I had to order went up also. So I kind of had to back up on this, and I don't know. I don't really have anything to promote myself, except I still have this year. That reminds you of something, Marilyn? Marilyn did that for me last year, and I still have it. And thing is, if you take your phone and you scan the barcode, it opens my channel. If anyone needs a place to camp or anything, there's a few fields at the front of the farm. Cool. We're all, well, most of us are heading over. Darren's parents have a cabin at Buckshot Lake. So this is where we're going to be sleeping on Friday and Saturday. But the information is out there. 30 minutes from the conference. If anyone needs a place to camp. Yeah, it would make the trip faster. The only thing is, I feel like the longest part is from my place to the Canadian highway around Edmundston. You drove this way, Scott, and you know when you get in the Portage, you go up and down hills where the connection, internet connection, is really bad. So I can't really go live for that part of the drive. Plus, that's the part where I really, really want to focus on the road because it's full of moose. But after that, once I get on the highway, that's something I can consider for sure. You remember, huh? I still have mine somewhere too. I have a cheap guy for stickers. Really? How cheap? And how fast can you get them done? I could send any transfer and my logo, and have a few stickers done. That'd be cool. I can check with my local friend here. Maybe she can do stickers. I'll check. I can actually send her a message now. Your first 1.5 hours, you can't. Yeah, exactly. The first hour and a half, I can't stream. Maybe even 2 hours. As soon as I get to St. Leonard, and I get on the big highway, then from there I can start streaming, and it would be a 4-hour drive. So if someone is free on Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday, well, it's gonna be, yeah, by the time I leave here, I'll stop for lunch, and then I'll get on my way to Quebec, maybe around lunchtime on Wednesday. If anyone wants to come on the panel with me, I'll try to figure something out, and have someone read the comments and chat with me while I drive. That way I don't have to look at my screen. That'd be awesome. I put deer whistles on my van. Yeah, I don't have that. I'm usually pretty good at seeing animals from far. Of course, when it's dark, it's a different thing. But I try to leave when it's. I don't want to drive when it's dark. I've heard so many stories, and I've had a few close calls at night, so I try to leave whenever the sun is up. You can get them in 3 days. Awesome. So you could have them for conference for me. That's awesome. All right. Sounds like a plan. Buttercup and Fern Homestead. I always forget your name until I see Marilyn say hi. But thank you for being here. Good morning to you also. So, yeah, that could be a little bit easier on me. Go faster for sure, because once you start talking and chatting with someone, the drive is a lot easier for sure. Deer whistles, a tragic deer. We have proved it. I'm not afraid of deers. We don't really have many deers nearby, and then you get on the highway. I don't feel like it's that bad on the highway. Once you get on the highway, you have wider territories where you can see them coming. But moose, in San Quentin area, it's very bad because the wood is right next to the road and it can just come running, and you're driving, the car in front of you sees him on the right, the car after the second car doesn't see them at all, and then you see them on the left, and that's how fast it can go. And you just don't want to run into a moose. Deers, I think I can survive if I hit a deer, although it's not going to be fun, but I'm not as worried about deers. Hello, Tiffany. So you're done on your live stream on your side? I'm sorry, I had to. Oh, you're still there. Okay, I still have the window open. Oh, let me come back. Yeah. Think of that nasty talk to the management. Hmm. Yeah, you don't want to see that happen. Every year, there's an accident with someone hitting a moose. Last time I saw an accident, it was actually a big truck. So I think the driver was fine, although the moose didn't make it. And the thing is, in New Brunswick, roadkills are illegal. You can't harvest anything from them, which kind of sucks because in the states you hit a deer, you can get the meat. It's not gonna be as tender, but at least you can make uh, burger with the meat. Here in Canada, you can't do anything. Karen, I knew Marilyn was gonna say your name. I'll remember eventually. I look forward to meeting so many people at the conference. There's gonna be a lot more people this year than last year for sure. Um, and a lot more YouTubers, from what I understand. A lot of people said they didn't have a chance to go last year, or some people didn't even know about it. I haven't hit two in the last 10 years. All I saw was the airbag. Yeah, the deer is faster for sure. They'll jump and like land right in the middle of the windshield. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah, and you're still alive, and you hit two. So if you hit two moose, you won't be here to tell the story the next day. Look up Smash Customs. Great guy. His name is Thomas. Also, he's in Smiths Fall. He's making me metal cards and an inlay of my profile pic with channel link in a big live edge cherry chunk. Cool. Squash Custom. Oh, Smash. I have squash in my head. Smash with 2H? Or is it just a typo? Laser engraving. Okay, 2H. Let me just check. Contact us. Okay. Cornelia, Southeastern Smiths Fall. Okay, so I have the right website here. Custom engraving. Cool. Custom engrave. It seems pretty awesome. Is it expensive, Thomas? That's cool. Although there's only like one example of what he does, but I find it pretty awesome. Can I show that just for a sec? If that's the kind of stuff he can make, that's pretty amazing. Then he's got a few like statuettes, which is cool also. But if he's doing custom laser engraving like this, that's awesome. Last summer, I just about hit one 15 minutes from Campbellton. Yeah, they're everywhere here. I saw four the other morning while going to work. So he does all different laser stuff and shirts and whatever you need. Cool. Um, how fast is he on a turnaround? If I need them by Saturday, Ontario, we can keep the meat. Okay, so it's only New Brunswick then. I they say they don't want to have that in place because they fear that people will purposely hit them with their vehicles. Who in their right mind would try to kill themselves over a few pounds of meat? I know I would not. And I keep saying, worst comes to worst, take the meat and give it to people in need. There are some people out there that can't even afford to eat properly. Give them the grinded meat, and you're not wasting an animal, and you're not wasting the meat, and you're helping someone in need. Hello, Adventures with Outdoor Eagle. Thank you for stopping by, showing some love and saying hi. Have to do some work. Have a great day. Awesome. Thank you for stopping by. I hit one with the truck last week. Luckily, it's lifted on a 35S. It hit front. Yeah, when you have a big vehicle, you feel a lot safer. You can still hurt yourself, but chances are you won't necessarily kill yourself. Lots of blood strains on the Trans Canada between Grand Falls and Windsor. Yeah, unfortunately, every year there's someone dying from an accident with a moose here in New Brunswick, and it's just too bad. They could put electric fencing on a highway, and some places they just don't want to worry about it. Just need a police report. Okay, so you kill an animal with your car, you call the police, and then you can just harvest the meat. That's awesome. That's a good thing. There's a restaurant in Rocky Harbor, Newfoundland, where you can get moose burgers. It's roadkill. Cool. As long as it's not going to waste. You know, if it doesn't go to waste, it's a win-win. Well, you don't want anyone hitting a moose with their vehicle, but if the animal is dead, might as well harvest what you can from it. Huh. Well, that's about it for this morning, guys. I didn't want to come for too long. It's been 50 minutes. That's fine by me. I have to go put my hands in the dirt in the garden and put some rabbits in the freezer. My coffee is done. It was done before I even started the live. I'm going to go grab a little bite and then go outside. Oh, it's really priced well. You can do basically any mat. Okay, cool. I'll send him a message to see if there's anything he can do on a quick turnaround and how much he would charge. Hello, Mark. I'm actually leaving anyway, so thank you for coming by. Materials, his Facebook page has a lot more on it. Okay, I'll check the Facebook page. Shadow Scout Swede, good afternoon. It is good to see you again. It's still morning here, but good to see you again. I'm actually, I was getting out, but it's nice to have you here. Safe travel. Same for you, Dave, and Marilyn also, and anyone else traveling to the conference or anywhere else. Be safe. I would love to see you in one piece when we get to the conference. So I will check his Facebook page and send him a message, see what he can do. So I will put this up again. And leave you on this with a little bit of music. And I will thank everyone for stopping by. Take care, everyone.